Well, hello guys, well, welcome back. Want to go walkies? Let's go walkies. Hopefully you can hear me. I know, okay, I had the camera down. Maybe I have to hold the camera up a little. Let's go for a walk. I am sorry, first off, that I did not have a video for you this morning. You guys know that, like, when I work with Loki, sometimes he brings up really rough stuff. And that was the case. So it was, last night was pretty rough. It was pretty bad. And I've been, like, fighting with myself internally on a lot of issues. And it's just kind of made it kind of, something to work on. So, it's just kind of hard to do this and concentrate on the traffic. Yeah, happy, what is today? Thursday? Thursday. And, you know, I was working with Loki last night, and one of the things I tend to do is I tend to be really good at hiding things from him, which obviously is not good. When you work with Loki, I always advocate trusting him and going to him with your problems. But then I'm usually the one to not do it. Because why do it, right? Because I'm different. And yesterday Loki said, you know, you afford other people kindness and love that you don't extend to yourself. And he was right. And he's like, you know, if it were anyone else's life, you know, looking at my own life, you would not be harsh, judgmental, unforgiving. So yeah, I kind of had to deal with that. And I had to deal with the fact that I've had a couple old gods and goddesses trying to come through for the longest time. And I just, because of preconceived notions and because of a lot of other stuff I couldn't deal with them. But today some stuff happened and I'm like, okay, I'm taking this time while you're being nice about it, and I am gonna shut the camera off actually, because I'm gonna go in the gas station. And they probably don't want me to film in there, but I will be back with you when I'm back on camera. Okay, let's try not to get hit by a car. This is a really bad idea. It's one of the worst ideas I've had in a while. But welcome back, guys. Yeah, I didn't want to film in there. What I actually went up here for is I did Kinder Joy eggs on the other channel, and I plan to have like half dozen for Easter. And you know, Loki ends up getting the toys, and I end up getting the candy. Well, we both get the candy, but you know what I mean. And no luck, because I've been looking online. Because anytime you see these toys, they sell out real fast. And this gas station is saying, well, they're having trouble getting them in. So, that turned out to be a waste. And it looks like my neighbor's going out. So let's try not to get hit by her car. That's the friend whose house I go to all the time, actually. Yeah, and, trying to avoid Mr. School Bus. I'm sorry you're not seeing cars, but Legality is so stupid and convoluted on YouTube anymore. That's why I'm trying to keep the camera down, because it's all about whether or not you have the right to put other people on YouTube and blah blah. So, yeah, I'm not getting much done. This is a really bad idea. Like, when I'm in the park, you don't have to worry about traffic, though you do have to worry about other people. And I'm getting nothing done because these people are just distracting me. I'm sorry. But yeah, well, that's kind of been the theme. Like, the last month or so, I've been distracted. And even though I've been coming into work every day, I feel like I'm getting nothing done because I'm so distracted. And I've been dealing with so much stuff. And, you know, when you're in that state of mind where you're constantly distracted and you're constantly stressed out, and, you know, all this other stuff, it's been a lot to sift through, because, because, you know, there are people now taking advantage of demonetization. They already have theirs, right? But they're making these videos left and right of, oh, here's how you can still make money on YouTube. And, you know, it's like all the usual stuff. Like, it's not enough for you to support me on Patreon, right? You have to now buy, like, t-shirts and give me Bitcoin. And all these other crazy schemes of, like, have you shop through Amazon and I get a portion of the proceeds. And it's just like, it's nuts. I don't want to have that type of setup where I'm doing it and everyone else is doing it too, because then nobody wins. Because then, you know, everyone is your direct competitor. I will be right back with you. Okay guys, welcome back. First off, to repeat myself, I am really sorry. Let me make sure I'm recording my voice. Yeah, okay, good, because I'm such a ditz, I would not do it. To recap, I am really sorry I didn't have anything for 7 a.m. this morning. It is a lot balancing two channels. There's no, like, I haven't found the tree of creativity. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just go outside in the morning for my coffee and just grab something down. And also, like, if I'm going through a huge amount of stress, it's kind of like the first part of this video is a very good metaphor. It's like you're trying to walk and do your thing, and all this traffic is going by, and you saw all the garbage on the ground, and it's raining, and it's cold, and you're looking for black ice because it's Pennsylvania. So yeah, you're like trying to live your life and like be outside and enjoy nature, and there's all this crap going on. So yeah, I was kind of going through that, and it was like so bad up to the point where some people have been saying stuff, and I've been like taking it like uber personally, and some of it I'm sure was personal, some of it I'm sure it was people like going dit at me, but some of it I'm sure it was just, I've just been under a tremendous amount of stress. And of course, if you're joining me on the 20th in the being demonetized party, we're all gonna get to go to the same party. You know, it is gonna be a trip. Everybody and their uncle has been at your doorstep, right? Like, here's how you can still make money. You just need to get Bitcoin and have people give more on your Patreon and sell them t-shirts and have them go on Amazon and give you, and I'm like, I'm not doing all that crap, and I don't want you people to do all that crap. So what ended up happening is, you know, during the last year, you've noticed, and I think it's what scared some people away, is yeah, it's a Lokian channel, but Loki brings a lot of other gods into when I need their lessons and when I need their energy in my life. And I feel like I've made this video before in some alternate universe, or maybe I've made it before. Maybe I've said before and I was getting started and I never got anywhere, so please forgive me if I'm reinventing the wheel here. But, last night, like, after I was, like, totally broken and, like, totally destroyed, because he does that Oxy stealth healing where he jumps up in the air and comes down, boom, and it hurts. It hurts when he does that. And
after that was done, he's like, here's your surprise, happy Christmas, Easter, everything. You know, the members of the family that always had been there, so people were writing away, but always had been there, came forward, and they're like, you know, you were never knit. They always had been there, and they're actually very sweet and very gentle. But it was like, I couldn't believe it, because, you know, if you're raised Catholic, you're raised a very certain way, and I was always called, you know, unflattering names like spawn of the devil and the Antichrist and everything else. And I would always feel like a couple presences with me. And I wasn't sure who they were, but one was like always very upset when I was like called like, you know, like the devil's child as an insult. And I'm like, I'm not sure who's going where with that, but I think you know, because I keep tripping over exorcist stuff and black cats and owls and all this other good stuff. So, you know, Auntie Lilith came back in, and Uncle Pazuzu, or what, you know, whatever family term they want. They're not fussy. And for lack of a better name, and here's where everybody unsubs, you know, Satan. That's the name we use. We also use Lucifer. I've called him Lucy. I think he finds it amusing, but it's like they're actually really gentle gods. And what it was, they were the gods that were in the way when other religions wanted their god to be King B. And how do you get rid of other gods? You call them all horrible names, or you pervert a name that does not mean a bad thing. Like demon just actually meant like a wise one, a teacher, kind of like a friend, tutor. They are to be respected. You know, I was watching a lot of stuff on The Exorcist today, and one of the things they do, and you don't know how much of this is Hollywood hype and how much is true, is how much misfortune they had while filming. It's like, well, yeah, if you make a bunch of old gods angry by, you know, demonizing them and saying they would hurt a child and do these terrible things that you as either atheists or Christians are doing on screen, yeah, they're gonna get angry and everything's gonna break loose on set. What do you think's gonna happen? You know, the very old gods are not gods to mess with, in a sense of they're not evil and they're not dark. They're actually very sweet and kind. But they're kind of like, basket of kittens is a good metaphor. Kittens are sweet and kind and they're cuddly. But when, you know, when they're playing, they're actually, you know, they're developing their stalking and killing skills, and they will kill you things and bring it back to you like, look what I killed. No, it might only be a cricket or something, you know, kitten-sized, or they killed a leaf or a toy or something. But they are, you know, they're like tiny little predators. They're usually so cute and sweet. But, you know, if you would really go against them, and I was researching websites to see if anyone had the experiences I had, because I was never having these experiences of, like, so many people that deal with Lilith are like, she's dark and spooky and terrifying. And I'm like, I have problems telling her from Bastet. I really do. I mean, I can tell the two apart, don't get me wrong. But she has that kind of Bastet Isis energy, in that she's actually really sweet and kind with me. I looked at her and she just kind of shrugged. And the same with Pazuzu. I used to know this angel that like would sometimes have an eagle's head and have two pairs of wings, and I was like, this is a special angel. And I didn't know, because you know, our gods love us. If we're being raised in another religion and they're there to have our back, they'll just disguise themselves. I knew a lot of really strange angels that believed in magic and prophecy and astrology. That should have rang some bells. But I was like, well, maybe angels are like really different from God. Yeah, no kidding, right? But yeah, so my very strange angels are out here. And they get a kick out of it. And I was like really worried, because I was like, one, I did not want the dark spooky set coming after me, because I'm like, worship how you want, but I didn't want to attack for the fact that, like, you've always been sweet and kind and gentle with me and supportive. And I also did not want attacked for you know, you're the reason other people don't like Lokians because, you know, now you're talking about Satan, Lilith, and Pazuzu, and you're crazy and you're nuts, and these are only gods from horror movie and they were made up. No, dear, they're actual historical gods. Usually the gods of one religion are demonized when a new god or goddess comes into town. It's just, you know, it's how humans establish change. I'm sure the first time people heard these stories, they were like, bull, my God would never do that. My God loves me. But, you know, over time, with persistent campaigning, you know, things change. Because I love all of you. I would never, like, put you in the hands of anything dangerous. I would never be like, here's a god known to literally eat people's souls and churn themselves out. Have fun. No, I would not do that to you. But it's really hard to separate our gods from 2,000 years of, you know, being demonized in a negative sense. It's really hard to separate them from Hollywood. It really is. And I appreciate the irony. I've been playing The Exorcist on the other channel and I've been feeling like gruff. Because I'm like, they're never like this. I'm like, why would they do this? You know, they would not do this. They only have these associations because other people wanted to, you know, make them look bad. Like there's this horrible line about Beelzebub, about how he's the Lord of Flies. And the whole line is he's the Lord of Flies because he and his followers are crap. And crap attracts flies. I'm like, you people are just straight up nasty. That's like a really horrible thing to say about a god because you don't serve them. I look at this philosophy this way. Unless a god directly would come after me, I don't have a problem with them. If they've never done anything to me, I'm not going out of my way to do anything to them or their people. And so far, I have not met any god, no matter how disliked or hated they are by other people, that's ever come after me. You know, discipline's different than coming after you. Disciplining you for your own good so you're safe in this world, that's totally different than I'm just a vindictive, vengeful SOB and I'm gonna get you because I feel like it. I've never met any god like that. Basically, we humans have a really horrible grand tradition of my gods are good, your gods are crap. So, yeah. But I am so excited they're here, and it really has calmed down the energy because Auntie Lilith and Uncle Pazuzu are like, okay, here's the plan. And I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. And, you know, with Satan being here, Lucifer, whatever name he's going to choose for himself, he don't care. He's been having way too much fun with this. He's been doing the complete, you know, infernal red skin horn god thing and, you know, having way too much fun with it. And it's not Loki having a lurk because Loki's there as well. And I suppose Loki could do several people at once. Shut up, Loki. But, you know, and I've known by the way the other gods and goddesses are acting. Yeah, it could be an elaborate ruse, but when Besta is like running towards Lilith like, oh, sister! And, you know, they're all happy to see Pazuzu, and they're all like, oh my god, there are these other gods and goddesses you have to meet, please! And I'm like, okay, bring whoever you want in. And it's funny because today was a weird day. I did the walk up to the gas station, and I was up there for Kinder Eggs, and they have a really crappy attitude. I actually hate that place, but like I said, I found these Kinder Eggs online, and I found them for like, I thought it was 12 for 18, but it's like 9 for 18. But that's a pretty good deal because it's free shipping. And they're like, well, that's bull. I wouldn't pay that. I'm like, you people charge almost $3 a Kinder Egg. What are you talking about? It's cheaper than your price. You can go to, you know, and stay there. And I'm like, walking back, and I'm like, you know, since Satan's the one walking back with me, and yeah, I know, there goes all my subs. I'm like, you know, I can't believe how two-faced people are. They charge twice as much, and they're saying that's too expensive. And he says, that's how people are. Why are you surprised? He said, you know, if people can badmouth other people and make themselves look better, of course they're going to do, because they're serving their own self-interest. They're not very smart or subtle about it, but, you know, they're serving their own self-interest. So I came home, and we're looking on Amazon, and he's like, do you want it? Get it. Do you want it? Get it. I'm like, now that I can get it, I don't know if I want it. And then I was looking at these claw machines I liked, and I'm like, I just don't know what I want. It's nothing I really, really need, but the idea was to get like a half dozen or so and have them for Loki and for myself for Easter. We still celebrate the holidays as a secular holiday. We enjoy the secular capitalism side because capitalism rules. And yeah, we enjoy that. And we very much enjoy capitalism. It's how this channel keeps running. and we enjoy, what we consider the finer things in life. We like goofy stuff that's bright and flashy, so. Pardon me, I've done this video like 8 times, so my voice is starting to go. But yeah, I kind of had to be broken down entirely to be rebuilt. And yes, I'm wearing green. I had my black jersey on, but then I was like, I'm just gonna change into something cooler because I've been running around overheated. And now Dairy Queen, they ran out of the honey barbecue, and I got that hot sauce, that whatever hot sauce, that commercial where that old lady cusses and it's like really funny. I put this bleep on everything. Yeah, they had that, and it's like the best dang chicken. I ate like all 6 pieces at once, which I shouldn't have because I usually only eat half, and I didn't feel too good for a while. But it's like such a good sauce. It's hot and it has a kick, but it's like sweet too. So it actually is better than the other sauce because the other sauce is almost. I like it, don't get me wrong, but that's like more towards the candy side, where this is more like Mexican candy. And I would take Mexican candy any day of the week because it has like chili in it, but it's sweet, chili, but sweet, like the sweet mango candies. Oh my god, yeah. Maybe I'll do that. As I'm talking to you, I'm like, you know what? I already have the Cadbury eggs I got. By the way, if you like Cadbury eggs and you're in America, go check out Walmart online. I do not get paid for this. But they're like less than $1 a piece if you buy like the 5-pack. And I'm like, whoa, because I was getting them at the dollar store. And they were still like $1 a piece, or like, it was like a strange price, like 68 or 98 cents or something like. It was still expensive though. And this was shipped right to my house, and I have to pay $4, go sit on no bus, and have people tell me their life story when I don't want to hear it. Oh, it's too early in the morning for that nonsense when I'm on the bus. But yeah, I am feeling better. I needed time to stop and reflect. A lot of times when you're on YouTube, you put entertainer on your taxes because you kind of are. You can be having a really sucky day, but you have to kind of suck it up and come in and be happy, even when your life is falling apart. And luckily Lilith and Pazuzu and everyone are here to deal with that. And of course Loki is here. And he's really relieved because it takes some of the burden off him, and it takes a lot of the burden off of me. And it's not like by the way, I want to put a disclaimer on it. Just because you start working with gods of people named demons, it's not going to be like us really entertaining but bad comic books or movies. I did not sell my soul to Satan. I'm not going to like make $1 million within the year or have 5 houses or anything else. And he's over there like, oh, you won't. And I'm like, because I'm pretty sure that's not how Satanism actually works. I've known a lot of very sweetie Bob Satanists, and none of them ever were like, yeah, now I'm like living in New York in a penthouse. It's amazing. It doesn't work like that, and it doesn't involve hurting anyone or, sacrificing infants or drinking blood or sacrificing animals. At least not the Satanism I'm talking about. And I don't even mean Satanism. I mean, like, he's going to be here and he's going to be working with me. We kind of run ourselves up a tree that we can't get down from when, like, everything has to become kind of like, oh, you're doing this, now you have to be a Satanist, and you're doing this, now you have to be a whatever, and you're doing this, now you have to be Discordian, and it's like, just be who you are. I will always be a Lokian. Other gods will come in, but at the end of the day, I am Loki's property. Take that how you will, and I belong to Loki, so I cannot just go gallivanting with another god or goddess or demon or whatever you feel happy calling them. But yeah, guys, I kind of was hesitant to make that video because I'm like, this is a video where people run away. But I'm like, you know what? I don't care. 19 days, they're demonetizing me anyways, and I'm honest with you guys. And I just wanted to make the video so you know that I'm excited and I'm happy. And I also wanted to make sure you don't have these expectations of, oh, she has them in. Now she's going to be like, you know, make her rich and, you know, everything's going to suddenly inexplicably go her way. No, you know, you still have challenges no matter who your god is. They're sweet and they're wonderful, but, you know, hey, if it happens, it happens. I'll be the first person to tell you. I'll be like, oh my god, I went to the store today and I like found a lottery ticket and I won the lottery and da da da. Yeah, if that happens, I will let you know. But I figured I would keep you abreast of things. We'll probably still be here after a demonetization. It is something to think about because, you know, right now the other channel rather, and Patreon are what's keeping this channel afloat. Because, you know, you still have to pay, like, an electric bill to be here, and you still have to pay, like, your internet bill, which I'd still be paying anyhow, but you guys hear me, right? Okay, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.